Hey there fellow gamers, in this video I want to talk to you about Combat Ops Enhanced 2. This is in my opinion probably the best single player or even small community or small team mod for ARMA Reforger or game mode for ARMA Reforger. It is a lot of fun, it is extremely diverse and extremely adaptable. It has an extreme amount of replayability, and I know I'm saying the word extreme quite a lot here, but bear with me since I've only got this one word in my head. But you can change so many things. It is scalable according to how many people you have on your server or how many people are playing with you. You can change the amount of enemies, you can change the size of the AO, you can change the difficulty of the enemies, you can change the different objectives from killing an officer or gathering intel or destroying a vehicle or destroying an implement, something, a radar or or clearing an area. There are so many variations in what you can do and where you can do this, and this is a actual small island on this map. This map is actually a really small island, and the amount of different locations you have here, it almost infinite replayability, and it's very good. It's very, very, very fun. So if you want to see how to set this up for yourself or your community, then I will have a detailed guide at the end of the video, so please do stick around until the end of the video. And if you enjoy this kind of video, then please do like the video. Let me know down in the comments if you have played this and what you think and what you think should change. There is one thing that I would change, and let me know down in the comments if you can figure out what that is. And lastly, if you are new to the channel or you haven't yet, then please consider subscribing. That's going to be it for me for now, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, welcome to Combat Ops Enhanced 2. This is a very exciting way to play the game. There are some really interesting things to do here. One of the most important things when you open the game is it'll open you with no spawn. So you won't have a spawn, you won't be able to do anything. So there's a couple of things that you want to do. Firstly, you want to open the scenario properties and you want to select an enemy faction and a player faction. So I will select the FIA because then it'll give me my PMC faction, and I'll select the US as my player faction. You can set up a couple of other things as well. You can set up your skill level, your minimum AI requirement, your enemy AI count multiplier, and this is what I think makes it such a good game for solo players. So I can, for example, expand my AO to 350. I might lower this just to, I don't know, 20 because it's only me, and the enemy AI count multiplier is for players. So if I have other players play with me, it will adjust that. And you can make this as hard or as easy as you want to. I don't want this to be a 3-hour long video, so I'm not going to make it incredibly difficult. You can go on further and set other things that you want to, you know, kill feeds and all of the other stuff that you normally can do. And you can set your time if you want to play a night or day. I'm going to set it on day just to make it easy. And time progression, we can go for a 3. I normally put it on 4 on most of my servers. Weather doesn't really matter because it's daytime. We can automate it so it's cool. And then fuel consumption should be significantly lower. And then here you can set the global skill as well. So I'm not going to change any of that right now because we don't want that. On the VPad, one thing people aren't quite aware of is if you can select what your factions get. So in this setting here, the US faction is the only faction that gets the actual VPad. The rest of the faction gets the paper map. So you can change that. If you want to have your players, your friends play with a VPad instead of the map, you can change that to have your faction, whatever you're playing as, have the map. I'm going to save my things there, and then I'm going to press and hold the P button. And actually, I'm already commander, I believe. No, oh yeah, I am. So now I can log in. I might actually also just have to log in before, and then I can spawn, and this will spawn me at the point. And as you can see, there's not currently much going on, but that is okay. Now, this is my spawn point. This is my little house here. I've got my arsenal in which I can obviously do all arsenal stuff, and because this is a US arsenal, all of the stuff that I have added as my mods, including that US modded equipment in US arsenals, all of the modded equipment will now be in here, which is incredibly handy. The other one, so this board here is quite important, and this is how we start our operations. Now, when you get to the board, you can open your scenario properties and change all of that as commander. If you are not commander and there is nobody else on the server, i.e. everyone else is logged off, for example, you can hold P and there will be a 3-dot button here. You click on that and say vote or promote self to commander. Something along that lines. I can't remember the wording exactly. So that is how you get the commander role. As the commander role, which there is only one of, you can then select, generate, etc. your AOs. So I'm going to show you how to select the AO. Firstly, you scroll down to select and then press F. And here, whoa, you can select all of your AOs that you want to play in. Okay, there's quite a lot here, so which means this map is quite replayable because every one of these is a slightly different environment. And then you can also select any one of these different objectives, which is quite interesting. You can literally play it and make it change however you want. It is very, very cool. So to make it easy, I'm here, so I'm just gonna go with, I don't know, how about we'll make this town the main objective, and in there I will destroy an installation, and I will actually, let's make it kill an officer and find intel. Yeah, let's go with that. Just the two. You can add more if you want to, but I'm just going to go with that, and I'm going to press confirm. And now I have to press generate the AO. So now that will spawn, and if you look at the map, you'll see there is our AO and our objective. So we have the officer is quite on the edge of the town, and this stuff will be random every time. I can show you, for example, so I've chosen that place. I will now cancel the AO, just for the sake of showing you. I will select the AO, and if I remember, it was this one, and I'll go intel and find kill and find intel, confirm again, and I'll generate AO, and let's see how different that is. So that is actually the same, I think. I'm not sure. I feel like that was a different building. Not 100% sure. You'll remember better than me. So that is our objectives, and that is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set up my arsenal, set up my loadout, and I'm gonna get ready to move to the next one now, or to move to the objective. Now I will give myself a helicopter to fly because it will be significantly faster. Ooh, there's helipads right here, and I will hold my Y button to get my helicopters out, and I'll just fly with a little bird, and I'll just place that nice and close, easy for me to get to, and presto. So now I'll sort my arsenal, and I'll see you guys downrange. Okay, I am all good to go. I've saved my loadout. I have gone with the sniper rifle and the Nevesky M4 300 Blackout weapon. I actually have the same airsoft rifle, which I'm quite excited about, doing my first Milsim event soon. Wait, do I have enough ammo? Yeah, okay, cool. So we're gonna jump into my helicopter and we're gonna go and have some fun. So literally flying east, and I mean, it's pretty flat, this map, I guess, but I'm excited to see what it looks like in the sky. So here we go. Let's go have some solo mission fun. And this is the cool part about it. You can play this so many different ways with so many different approaches, so many different AOs and areas. And this is a small map. You can play this on Everon. Sorry, I know this is very loud. Hopefully, I am of sound mind when editing this, that I can put away my, or change the volume. All right, we are at full power and we are good to go. So we're gonna make, oh, wrong button. So we're gonna make a right turn. And here we go. So we most likely will be able to see the little town even from here. It's a pretty cool looking map. Yeah, there it is. So that's the little town, looks like. And is that? No, that's what I'm seeing, I think. Yeah, so it's more this way. There it is, okay. I'm with you. Okay, so probably gonna set down, now I've made the AO 350 meters, so it could be a fairly large space around the area, so we might be able to take, or might be starting to take some shots once we approach too close. I'm gonna try and set down some really cool stuff on this map. Probably go a little bit further forward, try and get as close as I can so I don't have to walk too far. Although, are those? No, that's the road. That's still good, still good. Looks like this is going to be it. Alright, turn this off. Whoa. And let's just get our bearings here. So we're gonna go pretty much left hand to here. We're gonna make a left hand turn, hit that road. We're gonna try and kill the dude first. So I'm gonna go just across here and just across this road, and we're gonna try and follow that visually as much as we can. All right, let's get out of this. And here we go. All right, let's get that weapon out here. Got to keep an eye out. The AO is, and this is the thing about the AO, you can make it as small as you want. If you want to just fly in and go into a condensed enemy area, or if you want to go into an area that is quite large and you don't quite know where the enemy is going to be, but it's maybe slightly less enemies per, you know, 100 meters or whatever, square meter, I guess is the calculation. Then you can do that. There's so much freedom with how you can run this. There's an enemy there. So let me see if I can show you. Okay, so it did not work on the FIA for some reason, which is fine. He is dead. Okay, they know I'm here. Well, obviously that guy just saw his friend being shot. That might actually be the officer. I'm not sure. Now, again, you can do this in so many different ways. You can do this super stealthy and try and sneak in and, you know, kill them quietly if you can. I am not very good at that. I don't have the patience for that. Or you could do what I'm doing and just go super loud from the get-go. You can have so much fun with this. This is more a showcase of the mod. Well, it's 100% more a showcase of the mod than it is a showcase of my skills, which there is very little of, just so you're aware. I am 100% aware that I'm not a very good gamer. I game for fun, not to make myself look cool, because I don't really care about that. Anyway, there's an enemy there. Take my sniper rifle out. I am shaking a little bit. Whoa, is that his arm? No, there's two dudes. I feel like I heard some movement around me. That might just be because I'm in the bush. No, I'm definitely hearing some movement. And how good does that realism sound mod sound? It's just so good. It's so much more immersive. Sounds are so good. The suppression effect come from the audio rather than a visual suppression effect, which I really like. I don't necessarily like the visual blurry suppression effect in games. Are you still medding, even though I shot you in the head? Oh, yeah, he was still medding. Please don't. Oh. Don't think you can see me. Well, I definitely know where I am now. Right, I think I'm going to go into this building. I don't know if this is the building the enemy, the officer's actually in. It's pretty close. Yeah, so it's literally on the corner. Oh, that's a civvy. Okay, I guess we're going in. Straight into his building. Oh. He's down. Okay, got him. Got the officer. I don't want to just start moving away from here. Parker, I nearly shot you then again while I was reloading, so probably not likely. Need to be careful of the windows as well. This weapon sounds so cool. I love the Noveski. Door. So where I saw somebody in that there. Oh, you're lucky. Imagine I got him through the door. That would have been sick. Moving. Oh! Gotta stop the bleeding as quick as I can before I pass out. He's in the window. See that window shot out? Oh, he's this side now. Did I see movement there? There's another window broken there. Back. Is that a car? No. Alright, I'm gonna move around the rear here. I think I took a shot in the leg because I can't sprint anymore. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I should be able to get that ability back at some point. Alright, I'm gonna move away from here. Let's see, where have I got to go? So it is down this road, all the way on the left. Although I'm gonna cross the building, cross the road, and I'm gonna use these buildings to move through them. Hopefully have a bit more cover. Whoa, okay. Oh, come on, Mark. Oh, he's a gunner. Moving. Okay. So far, so good. I'm still alive. One part of the objective complete. Oh. Woo. Dead check. I don't want them to be walking up behind me. Well, this is not a good idea. I'm definitely gonna get stuck in here. Yep. Quick new mag. So far, so good. Okay. This is such a cool little village as well. It's quite a condensed village, and it's cool to play in it because, you know, you've got loads of little alleyways you can walk through. You don't really know where the enemy is going to be. And I think this is one of the things that makes the mod so good. Is the fact that the enemy isn't just you know, around the main objectives. They're well spread around. I think I'm gonna go in here. Oh, okay. Don't think this is the building. Yeah, no, cool. Okay. Looks pretty good for the most part from where I am. So I've got to go down here. Okay, looks like it's on that corner. Whoops. I think it's that building. Could be that one. Let me just do a quick check here. I'm going the wrong way. Straight front, okay. Idiot. It's alright. Just goes to show. This stuff happens to everybody. Ooh, door's open. Okay, it's in there. There's a civilian past there, so I need to watch my fire.
Kontakt! Vepředu, neznámý stan.
Come on then. Whoa! Or Aurier, whatever your name is. Got him eventually. No shots fired so far. They don't know I'm here. Intel on the table. Got it. Jeez, man. Okay, it doesn't seem to be many vehicles around here, so I'm gonna grab that one. Yiri. Yiri Mortis. Okay, in the driver's seat I get. While I start this. So quick look. So these green arrow greased. Oh, there's an escape. So there's basically you have to leave the area. So this is the one thing. Although on my servers I have changed it so this doesn't happen. But the one thing I am not necessarily a massive fan about this mod is the fact that once you actually exfil the area, you leave the area, you automatically teleport towards. To the what does it say, to your spawn point basically. So I'm not a massive fan of that, but it's okay. So I'm literally just gonna drive out here, left turn and then an immediate right, and then we'll be good. So off we go, and then you'll see we'll teleport out, and that will, that ends the mission. But there are ways around that, which I have done on my community server. So if you want to get involved in the community server and play this with either a group of people, or sometimes you might be alone if you play it you know, odd hours, then definitely join the Discord and jump in on the community server. And there you see. Okay, so firstly, what you want to do is you want to get onto your Reforger workshop. Now, a lot of this is not the same for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I play on a PC, so I'm not 100% sure how it works with Xbox. I'm fairly confident that on Xbox and PS you can't host a local server, which means that getting Game Master and all these things are a little bit harder. I'll try and guide you into setting it up in a way that you don't necessarily need it, but there are some elements that I will be able to experience that PlayStation and Xbox users will not. But firstly, you want to come into the workshop and you want to find whatever COE2 mod you want to play on. So there's loads of different maps, loads of different areas you can go to and you can get involved in. I'm going to try Nizla Island because I've never been there and I feel like that would be fun. So I'm going to download the Nizla Island, which is quite large. So I'll see you guys when that's done. Once that is downloaded, the best practice for me at least is to enable dependencies, and that will add certain things that you need. Now I don't need that one. What I normally do then is I go on the mod manager, and you'll see there's a couple of mods that I've already got here, and I don't necessarily need this, but I kind of look through it to kind of get an idea of what I want to add onto this, and then start from there. So have a quick run through most of the mods that you want. For example, I don't really care about that, and then you move on. So after that, you can go all the way back to the main menu into here, scenarios, where you will see, luckily COE2 is quite a, you know, it's alphabetically quite high, so it should be easy to find. And then you can, there's two ways. If you're on Xbox or PlayStation, most likely you will be clicking on the play button, which will open the game for you and you'll be able to spawn and carry on. For me, I am going to go on the host button. So I will click host, and here you can set some things up if you want to. If you're going to make it public, etc., then that's all fair and fine, and all that good stuff. If you don't have your IP address or your port forwarding done, then you shouldn't need to worry about any of this anyway. So I'm not even really going to worry about it. But the most important bit is going on mods. And here on the right hand side should populate all the necessary, all the main required mods that you need for that. So I'm now just going to add some mods that I want. I'm going to go from the top and I'll just add it. So I want my the AH6, which will automatically add the required mods for me, and then I'll go down and pick what I want. Now a lot of this is your own preference. You will have different mods from what I use. You will choose different things. You will enjoy different things. I like, for example, the blood one. I always use Bacon Loadout Editor. There are certain mods that I just always add on because it makes my life a little bit easier, and you know, it's partially, I think, a force of habit as well. So I'm choosing both the PLA Chinese PLA and the Chinese PLA FIA replacement because I'm not 100% sure what the game mode on this map will make the enemy. Sometimes it's the FIA, sometimes it's the USSR. So I put both on, and thus, you know, it will always work for what I want to achieve. I do put my Game Master on there because I will have access to Game Master, and I'll show you that when I get there. And then none of that's really necessary. US Arsenal with modded gear just allows any modded arsenals that you, or modded gear that you put on here will go into a US Arsenal. I don't know if they'll give us an FIA Arsenal. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure that out when we get there. I'm going to use that as well, and for the most part I want to try that. So those are two mods I want to try out to just see what they are like. So I'll add it. I'm adding that. I do want the Ace All. I haven't seen that yet, so you have to go through fairly carefully. Unfortunately, none of this is alphabetical. I don't quite understand why not. I think it's an incredibly annoying and stupid situation that we don't have it in alphabetical order, but it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. There are some of the realism overhaul mods. I absolutely love those. They are so immersive. Probably some of my favorite immersive mods in the game and from an immersion perspective, it is difficult to talk for some reason. And so I will just go through this, and you can take your time and go through everything as and how you need to. I like Dark Knights because I feel like it's more realistic. So I will do that, and obviously a lot of people don't. I do have also the ability to change my screen brightness and stuff that I think especially PlayStation and Xbox gamers may not have that luxury. So I don't see the Ace All mod for some reason. So I'm just going to go back up to the top, and I'll just scan through it once more because sometimes I do miss them. Oh, there you go, all in one. There you go. Now, if I do miss anything else, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, you can go through here and get your mods, whatever you want to add on there, you can do that and take your time and sort everything out however you feel like you want to do that. We do also have the Tactical Bootneck PMC FIA mod, which is one of my community members made the mod for us, and it is a pretty cool PMC mod, to be fair. And in fact, to give it, if it's FIA, it will fight against them. So we'll see when we get there. And now all you've got to do is you just go either here or even settings and just click host locally. Exfil from Abbey Church, all completed, mission accomplished, and that is it. Now I can just go back and I can select another AO. I can select the same AO and give myself a different objective, and I will generate that, and you'll see that that will populate the map. Wrong button. I selected the wrong main location. There, a Mimosa Village. So I've got to go there and I've got to do stuff, and you can do that throughout all of the little AOs on the map. It's absolutely awesome. I hope you guys give it a go, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.